Hey, what's going on, everybody? Mike, RetroGameFix.com, back with the second game in our Sega Master System marathon, Arial Assault. Here's the intro screen. As you can hear, that sound might be familiar. It shows up in a lot of Sega Master System games. The most popular probably actually being Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, because in that game you obviously have to hear that typing, beeping sound for a lot of the game. Upon firing it up, you'll see really kind of just a standard shooter, but at the time, very colorful. And the thing that I'd like to point out upon first kind of looking at the game is the multiple moving kind of backgrounds or foregrounds, if you will. But if you look, you can see the water is moving at a different pace than the mountains, which is also moving at a different pace than the clouds. And that's something you wouldn't often see in Nintendo games, and it was kind of something that Master System really kind of had going for it. It really gave kind of some depth to the games that you were playing. They might just be 2D, but it gave a little more inviting or immersive feeling to what is just kind of a standard 2D shooter, or 2D flying shooter, if you will. Multiple bosses you can see, still pretty standard stuff. You can shoot, you can get your power-ups. There's spread guns. You can get power-ups that allow you to shoot in multiples of 3. There's also some power-ups that allow your gun to shoot at kind of 3 bullets at a time, kind of burst mode, and the same with the grenades that you get. I just went ahead and fast forwarded here to kind of bore you with the entire first level. This is one of the bad guns, which I died because it's terrible for this boss specifically. It's just a boss ship. Again, standard stuff here, but still fun. It really did take me a while to get the hang of this first level, I won't lie. It was frustrating at first, but if you give it some time, it's actually a really addictive, a fun shooter. So again, the explosions and things like that, the fade-ins, the fade-outs, really pretty impressive for, an 80s game. The Master System was actually quite powerful, but again, back to get our briefing before moving on to the next level. And as we move into the next level, this is another thing that I really like about this game. It's got really good and colorful changing environments. This one really kind of shows what the Master System can do to an extent. I mean, here you're talking about a stationary sun in the background with 3 layers of clouds all moving at a different pace throughout the side-scrolling mission. Still pretty standard stuff out of the game. Avoid getting hit, avoid getting shot. That was although one of the cool things, though. This specific level has 4 different kind of times of day that you're flying through. Again, nowadays is that innovative? No, but I mean, thinking 25 years ago, that was really cool to see. There's the spread gun I was talking about. That's one of the good weapons. And right here, it works awesome because you can just fire the bullets that are coming up from the bottom. And again, you'll see changing environment. And as we go through this, you'll see one more changing environment. But I kind of just wanted to talk about the fun that I had. After not firing it up for a long time, it took me a while to get back into the swing of things. But once I got back in, it was super addictive. And you get 7 continues, and if you make it through half the level, it actually allows you to continue back to the halfway point, which is awesome in and of itself. Just to point out here, you're going to see, again, adding to the depth of the level, those missiles are coming out from behind the first layer of the background, which is super cool. And just like kind of any area, you can, get out of the way with a lot of these older games. But I'd highly recommend playing it. Mike, RetroGameFix.com.